I just got back from visiting my sister over Christmas, and I right away got started on removing the Christmas decor. It was a wreck and stressed me out until it was all gone, but finally I reached the end. But now for the fun part. So I get to redecorate with all of my treasures, and I can't wait to show you. So we're going to start with this corner because it's the easiest. I had placed this clock here on the wall when I was decorating my mantle, and I can't see it, so I decided to move it to the other side of the room. And then I exchanged it with the picture I had hanging in its place.
This picture here, I redid this. I don't know that I did a video on it, but it was an old, just an old picture. I don't even remember where I had gotten it. And it had a rooster on it, and instead of donating it, what I decided to do is just paint the center. So I painted over the rooster that was on it. It was kind of dated. And then I found these decoupage papers. I actually still have the title of them on it. It's from Monohan Papers. And I thought it was a really pretty picture. It was too short for the space, but what I did was I reverse transferred it onto the here, and you get your, okay, so you, what is it that she did? There's somebody, I'm going to insert a link below to the video I watched, but she had put the decoupage medium on, put the image on top of it, upside down. Yeah, so that the image was on top of the, on top of here. The paper was like $4, so I figured, if I don't do this right, I'll just go get another one and we'll just start over. But, so I put the decoupage paper on top of it. I got the back wet with just little spritz and started rubbing off the paper. So when I rubbed off the paper, it thinned it up so much that it left the image behind on here. But when I did it, it didn't work for me like it did for her. To be honest with you, it didn't turn out that great. So what I did was I went over it with some watercolors and kind of like painted it in a little bit. I loved it. I love the colors. I think it's perfect for this room. So I'm really proud of it, and I like it. So it's gonna stay. When I was in Arizona for a trade show, I went to Deseret Industries, which is a Mormon-based thrift store, and they had such good deals. I heard about it on some YouTube videos that I watched, and I picked this up. I believe it was, looks like it was originally $15.99, but I picked it up for, I want to say it was either $2.99.
I added this clock that my son made me when he was in woodshop in high school. And then I added this navy throw blanket and a throw pillow that I had bought years ago at a local furniture boutique. So for now, I'll just put this plant here to cover up the Amazon Echo, and I'll come back and add a few more things to this table later. As you can see, I just kind of put all of my decor from every room on this table, and that way I had my pick and I could move things around to wherever I wanted to move them now. So we're going to get started on this bookshelf here in the corner. So the first thing I did was hang this clock up by the shelf. That way we can see it from the couch and the kitchen. I have this little side table that's made out of a vintage desk chair. I originally had a piece of glass over the top, but unfortunately that broke. And then I just added one of those little rounds that you can find at Home Depot or Lowe's and attached it. It's much more secure and I like it better this way. So what I normally do is I will add a plant to it, but you can always bring it over to the couch and use it as a little side table. So I have this basket that I found at Michael's, and it has this pretty blue bottom border on it, and it's been used in several rooms in my home. I've used it in the bathroom to store toilet paper and magazines, but most recently I've put it on this stool, and I have this jug here that my son, when he was moving, he was going to just throw it away, and I asked him if I could keep it. So he gave it to me, and what I normally do is I will put just some sprigs coming out of it, and it's super cute, and it was free. Yesterday, there was so on the shelf, I added a light that I found at IKEA. It was about $20, and it was the best price I could find anywhere. And it has an attachment where you can clip it to something and also mount it. So I chose to mount it here. It adds a lot of light to whatever I have on my shelf. Here I'm sticking a plant that I've had onto the top of the shelf. Restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy. This is another awesome find that I found at the Deseret Industries when I was in Phoenix. These are some candlesticks that I believe I paid $4 for one, maybe $7 for the other, but they are gorgeous. I love all of the detail, and I could paint them, but I think I'm going to keep them black for now. So I am starting on the next shelves. I put that tile on the top shelf for a minute, and then put this dog print that I have on this other shelf below. But when I purchased a little stained glass light, and previously I had it on that third shelf down. As you can see, I drilled a hole for it so that the cord could go through. It was too busy. I decided that what I was going to do was move that tile back to the shelf where the light was, and then put the dog picture on top. I could make things blend up there, but I thought this was too much going on that shelf. So I'm going to tell you something about this print. I am a huge fan of Anna Pugh. There were several years ago, I was looking for a rooster print for some artwork I wanted to display in my house. I came across her folk art type artwork, and she had some prints that were available on allposters.com, and I purchased it. Well, after that, I purchased one more. Was a vase that had these like wildflowers coming out of it, and I love her artwork. She's based in the UK, and you can't buy them anymore. Not on All Posters, not for that price. Now they're a lot more expensive. Well, she had postcards available on there of some of her newer artwork, so I purchased a few of them and then have them framed, and occasionally you'll see them in my home and I'll point them out, but I love her stuff. It's gorgeous. So that's what this dog print is. I've been coveting it for a while, and since I can't get the big print, this was just as good. I don't have anywhere to put it in my house anyway, so So these candles I just covered with that sticky burlap ribbon. I think I found it at Walmart. And I made the fleur-de-lis with paper clay and an IOD mold, and used a straight pin to attach it to the candle so that it wouldn't come off. Thing about it is I know I'm coming back. I found this platter at an antique store and loved the colors. I had it on top of my kitchen cabinets for a while, but decided that I wanted to see it. So I got a plate holder and stuck it on the shelf. I noticed that there were too many things going straight down the middle, so I needed to like put it off to the side. I found a few other things in my pile that I thought would bring out some of those colors. Since this was a Mexican like Talavera type plate, I had this frame that I originally had on my front entry table. And then this other picture that's I need to update, but it's my grandson when he was still in my daughter's belly, and thought that they would look cute. But I decided to put that picture down below because it brought some of that blue out from the shade. I added a few other little touches. This is a place card holder. As you can see, there's a little scrolly thing at the top to hold the place card, but it was perfect for just little decor additions. And then a little wine bottle stopper that was a doorknob. For this bottom shelf, I have a flow blue plate and a crock with some yellow flowers. I don't think that I'm going to keep the candlesticks here, but definitely the other two will look nice. I'm not sure if you collect flow blue, but I have always wanted some, and it's really pricey. So this piece I found at an antique store, and I got it for a cheap price. I think it was like $8, and it was because it had a crack in it. But I don't care. It's beautiful, and it's one of my cherished little treasures. So I'm going to put this home sign in the back. I originally purchased it because I thought that you could remove that sign out of it. It was like discounted at my, Joann's after the season last year. And when I brought it home, I realized I can't remove it, but it's okay. I've been using it on this shelf since then, and I'll use it now also. It fills in some of that space in the back, and you'll see.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home.
I have another one of these doorknobs I found at an antique mall. I don't know why I collect them. They're just so cute. Now, finally, for the bottom shelf. What I did last time was I just put a basket down here with a throw blanket in it and a teddy bear that my daughter has had for years. And I think that's what I'm going to do this time.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble.
So here you are. Look how cute it looks. I love it. I love the color. I'm not a minimalist kind of person, and I don't like just white things. I like showing my collections, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. I am going to add something to that shelf where the doorknob is, but you'll see that in a little bit.
We only want what's best for you.
As I walked away, I realized that I needed to just leave it alone. So I'm going to leave it alone. I might move some of these things over just a tad so they don't look so separated at the top, but I think it looks really nice. I love the colors. I love how it pops, and I love being able to move things around. I mean, that green plate I had on top of my kitchen cabinet. So that picture with the dog, the print at the top, I had that in my laundry room. I had it in my entryway, and now I can see it. So I just like being able to reuse my things in different ways and in different places, and then some just doing the same. But I like this shelf right here. I like what I did with it. I added this little, I'm not sure what you call that. It's just decorative little corbel I had found at the Habitat for Humanity. It was just white, and then I crackle finished it and made it look just kind of old, like an old architectural item, and then stuck it on the shelf. It was $1.99 there. And so I love it. It turned out nice. So I have this mirror that was part of a vanity that I was left from my grandmother. I think that would actually make a really good mirror right above here. I'm going to cut, I don't have any place to use the vanity, so I want to use the mirror, and I have other plans for the bottom portion of it. But I just need to make a cut right here so that it lays flat on here. I'll have to attach some way so that it's secure to the wall, but I'm going to do that now. So after I stripped all of the varnish off the top of it, I realized when I put the mirror on that it goes on top. It doesn't go underneath. So I needed a way for it to rest on something. So I kind of figured out that this yardstick was the same thickness as the mirror. So I placed that below it, and I nailed that in, and I put this piece of trim to the top. So there went my whole staining the mirror frame idea. I had to paint it, otherwise it was not going to work. It would never cover up all of the Home Depot yardstick numbers. So I painted it. So here it is painted, and it looks pretty good. I don't mind it at all. I did end up using liquid nails to attach that broken piece of mirror. That's how I kind of discovered that it goes on top and not underneath it, because when I was moving it around in my storage, it cracked. Here it is done. I used Dixie Belle drop cloth and then used that gray glaze in the seams and corners. And here I am. I've got it decorated some. I'm going to move things around, but I was too anxious, so I started sticking things up there. That print is another one of those Anna Pugh prints. This is the one that I was mentioning had the wildflowers coming out of it. But it's gorgeous. I love the mirror, and it looks fantastic. It turned out so nice. I'm keeping that picture there for now. And I just added this blue vase that I had with these yellow flowers that I think I purchased them at Hobby Lobby. This little cup or mug I found at an antique store and had to have it. And just added one of those little green ivy or whatever that's called ball into it. My mother found this for me at a home and garden center in Tomball. The little pig with the angels. It's cute. And I added a little blue and white transferware type plate. Like I mentioned earlier, I found some sconces at the Habitat for Humanity Restore that I think would look really pretty right beside here and here. And they're like a brassy gold. I think I might try and tone it down a little bit with some like glaze or something that would tone down the gold. If you know or have any recommendations on how I could do that, let me know. And what I think I'm going to do is just take off the wiring and make it so that I can put one of those battery operated LED candle taper things in it, and I think it'll look good. So it looks pretty. I like it. I don't mind the color. I was a little worried about painting it, but I like it. It looks good. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the house. Well, not the house, of the living area. And I'm going to do the kitchen and the dining area in a part 2. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got those switches in. I'm pretty excited about it. Alexa, Turn off the floor lamp.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the floor lamp.
Okay.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Believe me, but if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are.
By the way, I'm going to be doing a giveaway in my next video. I'm just so thankful for all of the subscribers, and I'm really excited about all the projects I have coming up. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when I post my next video. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.